I would first like to say it's good to see everybody. It's good to have normalcy, and it's good to have a new year, and I appreciate everyone being here. And we had a fantastic crowd tonight for an opener. A crowd that was boisterous and loud, and I think that was a lot of our fans, but also Point Park drew a nice crowd also, and it was glad to see the gym filled. With that being said, we did exactly what we were expected to do and what we thought we would do, and that was to win in a commanding way. By no means do we feel like we played a perfect game. We have a lot of things that we have to work on, but we wanted to play this game for several reasons, and one of them, the big reason is that we have a lot of players with inexperience who have not played a lot of minutes, and we have combinations that we have not played together in a real game. We have played inter-squad scrimmages, and we've had 2 private scrimmages against other Division I teams, but until you turn the lights on and you have real referees and it counts for something, you really don't know what's going to happen. And so I'm happy with our performance tonight. We will have to continue to get better as we move on to Brown on Friday.
Dan, what did you like out of the transition game, turning that defense to that short court and just being the aggressors, which I know is something you've consistently harped on with this team?
Well, we missed 9 layups in the first half. 9 layups or point-blank shots, and I was very disappointed in that in the first 2 quarters, and we talked about that at halftime. I think one of the things that affected us is that our male practice squad is 6'5", 6'6", 6'6", and they wall up, and our players are used to scoring over that type of size. They're not used to scoring over people that are smaller than them, that are using their body on the lower half of our bodies, and we did not do a good job of scoring the basketball close to it through layups and inside throughout the game. We got better in the second half, but we could have been better. In transition, we asserted ourselves, but we still don't have enough movement from people who don't have the ball in their hand. And we had too many times where we had 2 people running down the same side of the floor in close proximity to one another, which allowed 1 defender to guard 2. Things that are correctable that we need to do, and that's why you play this game.
You mentioned the height discrepancy, Dan. When you see on the offensive end that you have actions that are leading to successful baskets, how important is it to impress on them to just keep running the familiarity and seeing that and finding success with it?
Well, confidence is a big part of this game tonight also. We had a little dip there with the COVID year, and then this past season with the injuries that we had. And so the group that we have here, we wanted to give them as much confidence as we could in the non-conference, and we wanted to come away with a win, a decisive win like we did this evening. And so when you know that something works, we call it horns down. It's very simply an entry pass into the post, the other post dives in front of the defender, and you assert your will through your size and score over top of that. You run it until they can stop it, whether that is Point Park or that's anybody else that's on the schedule. You run it until they can stop it, and we did that for a fair amount tonight, but we still weren't perfect with it, and we're not going to get perfection, but we wanted to be a little bit better than what we were this evening.
Amaya's 7 assists represent a career high. Just how important is it for her to find that and continue to build on that this early? Because obviously I'm sure that's something you're looking for consistency with.
I think with Amaya, you're seeing someone who has an inner peace to her now. She's an incredibly difficult major with physician's assistant, and the majority of her day is focused on her studies. And when she comes to the basketball gym, it truly is a Shangri-La in a sense. It's a way for her to relieve the stress of her academics and just relax and play basketball. With Yanni Townsend and Precious both playing the 5 and being able to score effectively, it also allows Amaya to become more of a facilitator, and that's what she's done tonight with 14 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and only 1 turnover. She was able to show that. We're going to play Amaya everywhere from point guard to center. You'll see her everywhere on the floor this year, and she's going to be incredibly important to us, but it won't necessarily always be through scoring the ball. It will be through rebounding, defending, and being a distributor.
On the defensive end, Dan, I know we've talked in the past about trying to shore some of that up. Just what did you like tonight about the ability to talk, to command the ball, and again to find success in Point Park's actions?
We used our athleticism and our size to our advantage tonight. We still gave up too much dribble penetration, and we got beat on a couple back doors because we were staring at the ball. Those things can't happen. Positives defensively, Precious Johnson played with 4 fouls for a long time tonight and did not foul out, and that was something that was, it shows discipline and maturity, and was really happy with that. We gave up 47 points. We'll take it, but it's not where we want to be.
Tess Myers and Megan McConnell both made preseason honors this year. What do you think that they bring to the team?
Well, they're both local players that believed in the program and wanted to be here, and really recruited us a little bit at the beginning, and that says a lot to me. That local players want to play at Duquesne. They want to stay home. They want to be able to play in front of their families, in front of good crowds, in an amazing arena. And I think that is the first thing. Secondly, you're not going to find 2 kids that work harder than those 2. On a team that has made 56,000 shots combined in the month of October, along with regular practice and their academic studies, Meg and Tess are almost always in the gym in their free time, working on their game. Meg has gained, I think it's 18 pounds, 19 pounds of muscle in the off season. That's complete dedication to wanting to win at the highest level by adding that kind of size and maintaining that. Tess Myers is a very, very good shooter and has only gotten better with the ball. I didn't think we saw that a lot tonight. She started out a little slow. I think we could have done some things to help her. Me in particular, we could have run some actions early that could have got her free, and that's on me. But those are 2 kids that just they live and die with Duquesne, and it's great to have local kids that want to do that, and they really are just going to go down as all-time greats by the time their career's over, and they're only sophomores. And so we're going to enjoy them for 3 more years.
Duquesne got 6 transfers this season. What has been the process from a team bonding perspective, getting them used to playing at Duquesne?
You spend a lot of time together in the summer, and when you bring in 6 transfers, you have to be able to really understand each other on and off the court. And so we spend a lot of time together, and that's everything from team dinners to we're big supporters of our men's soccer program, who is playing again on Wednesday night and playing for some important stuff on Wednesday, and we'll all be there to support them. Our kids genuinely like each other, and I mean really like each other, 1 through 14, and they love playing basketball, and it's so refreshing to have that.
Do you have any thoughts on being 8 wins away from being the all-time winningest head coach at Duquesne?
I mean, just for you to say it is weird to me, to be honest. I've been here for 16 years, and I'm a dumb country kid from Washington, PA, that grew up playing basketball in the barn. I never expected this, to be honest with you, but we haven't gotten there yet. And so I'll really reflect on it when that happens, and that'll be a good night. There's a lot of people that made that happen, more than me. A lot of people have made that happen. A lot of really good assistant coaches that are here with me now and who are on to other things, and a lot of former players who made that happen. I'm good.
Oh, all right.
I'm good. Whatever they
As long
want.
as you want to go.
Yeah, I'm good as long as they can go as long as they need.
After losing in the first round of the A10 championship last year, how difficult was the loss? And also for the players who returned to Duquesne, do you think that they are using that loss as motivation for this season?
There's no motivation from last year at all. We've moved on. Last year is last year. We don't think about last year 1 second.
You spoke a little bit on Tess Myers and maybe not having the best shooting night, but even when she's starting off the game 0 for 5 from behind the arc, how much confidence do you have in Tess, and are you fine with her shooting that many threes without her seeing much success?
Yeah, all the players on our team have the green light to shoot it, and I said this at halftime. You can miss 1 or 2, and I don't have a problem. You're never going to come out if you miss 2. Anybody on the roster. It's when we get to 3 and 4, if you've missed 3 or 4 in a row, then we have to think about coming out and let's talk about things. In Tess Myers' case, she's supposed to shoot it every freaking time she has the ball. And you can quote that. Every freaking time she has the ball, Tess Myers is supposed to shoot it. She's that good.
And then just the last one that I have, how important was it to add Ayanna Townsend to this team, and what do you think she brings?
Ayanna Townsend we call Yanni, and so I'll address her as Yanni. I know that's what we call her, and she kind of goes by that. Yanni is a kid that is an absolute jewel. I believe that at the end of this year she'll be an all-conference player, and that means nothing to her. The only thing that matters to her is wins. She's a very good team player. She's a double-double like she was tonight, and I didn't think that she shot the ball very well tonight, even though she was 7 for 13, shooting more than 50%. She is the best comparison I can use with Yanni is that she's very similar to Wumi Agunbiade that played here in my early part of my career. Wumi's the 2nd all-time league scorer here. Yanni's that good. She has the ability to face up and shoot that jumper with lift and a high arc and a high release point. She drives it well and usually finishes through contact. Tonight, not as well. She is a kid that's going to rebound the ball and have 10 rebounds, 8 to 10 rebounds every single night. And the most important thing is she's a very good defender. She's a better defender than she is offensive player. With that being said, she's also an outstanding student, and really appreciate her trust in us in coming to Duquesne. She makes us a lot better.
Zach, you got any more?
I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you for supporting women's basketball.